Hmm. Hey everybody. Happy Friday. Caught me about to take a drink of water. I hope you are all well. I hope you've all had a great week. Yeah, let's see here. Happy to be with you all here today, doing another YouTube live stream, talking about kind of the physics of sound and the overtone series, which is which is a big interest of mine. So last week we were talking about combination tones, and combination tones are basically what tones our ears perceive when an interval is played. So for example, if you have just a nice major third right there, the interval that our ears perceive is also that. It's not incredibly loud to our ears, but it is present in our ears, and it helps us determine key, as in how these two intervals relate to each other beyond just the fact that it's a major third. So I thought it would be kind of cool to go through the harmonic series and determine, or rather using the harmonic series as a compass, we can analyze different intervals as they appear within the series and then relate them to a specific key. So let's go ahead and get started with that. If anybody's got any questions or comments, always just leave them. I think commenting is turned on, so if it's in real time, I'll be able to respond in real time. So let's start with our harmonic series today. I was liking the key of A, so we'll go. The A is the fundamental. We've got an octave above A, and then a fifth above that A would be an E, and then a fourth above that E would be an A, and then we've got a major third above that A, which is a C sharp, and then we've got a minor third above that C sharp, which is an E, and then we've got a minor third above that E, which is a G, and then we've got a major second above that, which is an A. So those are the first 8 tones in our harmonic series. And for those of you that recognize that sound, that is the glorious sound of a dominant 7th chord. Dominant 7th just means you got a major triad, in this case A, C sharp, E, and we're gonna put a 7th on that, a minor 7th, sometimes called a dominant 7th, which in the key of A would be G, versus the major, or people call it a natural 7th? I don't know. Sometimes people call it, or major 7th, that's the word I'm looking for, as opposed to a major 7th, which would be G sharp. But we're concerned with the dominant 7th, which, saying it just now, I don't like the name of that, so I'm going to call it a flat 7th. So A, C sharp, E, G. That's our flat 7th. And then we've also got that top A. We've got ourselves that E, the A, and the octave below that. So that's the first 8 tones in our harmonic series that we'll be working with. And like I was saying, I thought it would be cool to... my books are falling. I thought it would be cool to... to kind of go through the intervals as they appear and determine what key is implied by the interval. So when we got the A to A, that's a simple octave. And so it's going to be, since those are both A's, the key is going to be A. No other key is implied by that interval. So let's go ahead and look at the next interval. Listen to the next interval. which is 3 to 2. This interval was 2 to 1, meaning that this A is vibrating at twice the frequency as this A. It's a 2 to 1 ratio. Okay, the next ratio we look at is 3 to 2. The glorious sound of a perfect fifth. All right. Likewise, this is also going to imply the key of A. And we come to this by the combination tones that we were talking about earlier. 3 to 2, it's an interval of 3 to 2. This is vibrating at 3 times the speed. And this is vibrating at 2 times the speed as this original fundamental 1. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So the combination tone is going to be 1, our fundamental. So we're still hanging out in the key of A, and it's going to be that way for a minute. So let's check out our next frequency in the overtone series. This A right here, a fourth above our E. Still clearly in the key of A, not really anything else that we could that it could be right now. If we want to look at our combination tones, because the perfect fourth is a ratio of 4 to 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. That's our combination tone that our ears are perceiving down there. Okay, I hope this is cool. I hope it's making sense. I love this stuff. So I hope I'm explaining it. All right, so let's check out our next interval. Things are going to get a little bit more colored when we put this nice major third C sharp right there. And this is a 5 to 4 interval. So 5 minus 4, here's our first combination tone, still right there. And it's also cool because now we've got, in addition to this major third, now we've got another interval in our working vocabulary. And that would be this C sharp, 5, to this nice E, which is 3. So some of you may recognize that interval as a major sixth. So 5 minus 3 is going to give us the combination tone of 2. And so we're still clearly deeply embedded in the key of A. I lost my train of thought for a second, sorry. But we do have this nice new interval of a major sixth that we did not have prior to. So we've got some new color with the major third, and we've got some new color with this major sixth. And you could also argue that this is a new interval, which it is. It's a major tenth. For the sake of how we're working, I'm gonna just lump it in with this major third. Okay, so let's keep going. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's add the sixth tone in our harmonic series. It's another fifth. So not a whole lot of color. We already know that excuse me. I'm talking a little bit too fast for myself right now. This is our new interval right here, which is 6 to 5. And 6 to 5 is going to give us 1. And so we are still kind of embedded in our A harmonic series. We're going to open things up a little bit when we go to the next tone. And that is because we add another minor third, E to G, all right? So E to G is a minor third in the same way that C sharp to E is a minor third. E to G in this instance is different though, because it is 7 to 6. It is a 7 to 6 ratio versus a 6 to 5 ratio. And what that means is that now we've got this interval that implies, if we in our mind take this, even though it is 7 to 6 ratio, we can in our minds be like, well, this is the same interval on a piano as a 6 to 5. And on a piano it is, because a piano's tuned to equal temperament. I talked about that a while ago. This is what we're doing on the piano, just accepting it for what it is, and we're trying to play with it. So back to the 7-6 ratio. So if we pretend like this is a 6 to 5 ratio, we can then, that would then imply that we've got, if this is 6, this is 5, this is now 4, this is 3, 2, and 1. Kind of working back from our harmonic series. Again, if this was 7, this would then be 6, this would then be 5, then be 4, 3, 2, and 1. But we could go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So hear that relationship between these two harmonic series is? This is in C major. Sorry, I didn't mention that. I gotta quit saying major. This is in C. It's not C major, it's C. And this harmonic series is in A. So there's some wiggle room now. We got some new we got some new flavors in our recipe. All right. Okay, so let's go one more from 7. Let's round it to, or round isn't the right word. Let's bring it up to 8. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh no, I think I skipped a bunch of things. And what I skipped was that. Well, it's okay. Let's go back to that, back to the 7, 8. So those notes are G to A, and so this is 7/8 right there. And let's see here. This also creates some other intervals. We have that interval, E to A, which we already knew about. That's still firmly planted in the key, or in the harmonic series of A. And now we've also got this C sharp to A, which if you take this 8 minus the 5, remember this is the 8th tone in the harmonic series, and this is the 5th, and you have 3 as your combination tone. So you are still sonically in the key, or in the harmonic series of A. But things are going to crack wide open when we take it one step further in the harmonic series, and we go to our 9th tone, which is another, on the keyboard, whole step or major second. But in the in our harmonic series, this 9/8 interval, though it sounds the same on the piano, is different than our 8/7 interval. So now that we've got this B introduced into our harmonic series of A, we've got some more options. All right. So for example, this can still be in the A harmonic series, but let's say that we've got, instead of that A to B ratio, or A to B interval, let's take it down to a B to G interval. Our major third reappears. And so this can give us a different harmonic series. Sorry, I know that this is a lot for me, and I'm sure it's a heck of a lot for you too. So thanks for bearing with me. Again, we're going to work backwards. So we pretend like, instead of this being the 9th, of the harmonic series in A, we're going to pretend like it's the 5th in the harmonic series of G, because you can have a 5th in the harmonic series of G, which would then create the G is the 4th, this nice D is the 3rd, the G is the 1, and then an octave below that. Excuse me, that G was the 2, and this G is the 1. So we've got a whole new harmonic series based on the tone of G, on the fundamental G. So I'll kind of go back and forth between those two. Versus, how shall we do that? And again, it's just working back from whatever harmonic series that 5-4 ratio is, which is a major third. So again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or it could also be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope that makes sense. So we got that nice major third. Let's keep working down our A harmonic series. So from B to A to G. Now let's go to E. We got a nice perfect fifth here. And we remembered that our perfect fifths are, we take the root note, which in this case happens to be E, and we can work backwards, and we can be like, okay, so let's say that this is now a 3. So that means this is a 2, and this is a 1. Or we could even transpose it up an octave and be like, this is a 6, this is a 5, this is a 4, this is a 3, this is a 2, this is a 1. Still going to be an E harmonic series. So we could arrive at an E harmonic series based on this interval of a fifth, B to E. So we got our E harmonic series, and then we got our A harmonic series. Hey, that sounds good to me. My piano skills are not what I wish they were, so thank you for your patience. Just like that. Just like that. Say something and it messes up. All right. Okay, so we obviously know that this is the sound of quote unquote 5 to 1, E to A. You've all heard that before. That's a very common, pleasing, comforting progression. All right. So we got that. And what was our other one? We also had C, right? We had a C major. No, excuse me. We had a G major, or a G, because this could be 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. So we got some options now. So we can go from G down to, let's say, E, down to, let's say, A. So we're getting some cool little progressions here. Let's keep going with this. We started back at home base was the 9/8 interval. Then we turned it into a 9/7, which could also be, according to the piano tunage, a 5/4. And then so let's keep traveling down our A harmonic series with a 9 to 6, which, as we all know, reduces down to 3 to 2. 9/6 is 3/2. Let's keep going. We got 9 to, oh, excuse me. Yeah, no, that's right. 9 to 5. So this 9 to 5 ratio right here is also the same on the piano as our 7 to 4, right? That minor 7th sound from A to G is the same thing as this C sharp to B. Remember, the B is the 9, C sharp is the 5, G is the 7, A is the 4. So if we are recognizing those as both minor sevenths, we can say, well, wait a second. So if this is going to be the new 7, then that makes that the 5, that the 3. Excuse me. No, I spoke I spoke all weird. The 7 is B. The 6th is, let's call it G sharp. No, let's call it G sharp. And then the 5 we'll call F. Well, we should call it E sharp for the sake of continuity. So sorry. We got B, our 7, G sharp, our 6, E sharp, our 5, C sharp, our 4, G sharp, our 3, C sharp, our 2, C sharp, our 1. All right, so that's C sharp, and then that's if we treat this nice, beautiful B as the seventh tone in our overtone series of C sharp. Or we could treat it as the 6th overtone, and that would create us a nice harmonic series in the key of E. And what else do we got here? We could also treat it as our 9th tone in our A harmonic series. And we could, let's go back up to treating it as the 6th tone, so key of E. And let's treat it now as the 5th tone, key of G. And now back again to key of A. This is the 9th tone. Okay. We could also do one more. I know this is a long lesson. I'm sorry. But this 9 to 8 ratio in the key of where the heck are we? In the key of A. We can also treat this as this 9, we could treat it as an 8 in the key of, no, we already talked about that. We didn't. We could treat it as an 8, and we could treat this as a, shoot, I'm mixing myself up. There we go. So instead of treating this as a 9 to 8, we could treat it as an 8 to 7. And then this would be, it would be the harmonic series of B. So B harmonic series, got a nice E harmonic series, got a nice C sharp harmonic series, got a nice G harmonic series, got a nice A harmonic series. So those are some potential harmonic series or potential key changes, key modulations that we got from our first 9 tones in the overtone series. Again, those 9 tones are A, 5th above that, E, 4th above that, A, major 3rd above that, C sharp, minor 3rd above that, E, minor 3rd above that, G, major 2nd above that, A, and major 2nd above that, B. And the reason that we're able to switch switch these functions and be like, okay, well, this is a 9/8 interval in the harmonic series of A versus this is an 8/7 interval in the harmonic series of B, is because the piano is tuned to equal temperament. Otherwise, an 8/7 interval would sound differently than a 9/8 interval. Let's see. I know that was a lot. I hope somebody got something out of it. I can't wait to talk some more about this. I think next week I want to go up even higher up the harmonic series into this territory. So that's our 8th tone, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Sounds maybe a little bit more exotic than what we hear all the time. Hi, Maria. Good to see you on here. I hope there's something in here for you. I don't know. But yeah, so hopefully next week start exploring some more of the harmonic series in the 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on up range. If anybody is interested in this stuff or just interested in anything with music and willing to do some lessons, please reach out to me. Hit me up here. Hit me up on my website, nathangoheen.com. We can talk a little bit about what you would like to do. I'm up for helping anybody out with anything musical, however I can, to get you writing, releasing, practicing, playing, enjoying new music more. Hit me up. I offer a money back guarantee, so if you don't like the services, then I'll give you your money back, no problem. I'm just trying to share some experience and some fascination and wonder. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. Have a great rest of your day. And sorry about how long this lesson was. And I'll see you all next Friday at 2 p.m. Have a great